Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Helmi bin Ahmad Sharifuddin and my registration number is 01DK80F2064 and my team member is Muhammad Irfan Alif bin Zanira and his matric number is 01DK80F2060 and after that is Al-Baki bin Abdul Rahim and his matric number is 01DK80F2038 and last but not least is Muhammad Taufik Hidayat bin Hassan and his matric number is 01DK80F2067 and we are from DK3B going to be presenting about the direct shear test. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Zaim Helmi bin Ahmad Sharifuddin and my registration number is 01DK80F2064. So today I'm going to be starting this presentation by explain the introduction of this test. So shear strength is external resistance per unit area that the soil mass can offer to resist failure and sliding along any plane inside it. The shear resistance of soil is a result of friction and interlocking of particles and possibly cementation or bonding at particles contact. Due to interlocking, the particulate material may expand or contract in volume as it is subject to shear strains. If soil expands its volume, the density of particle will decrease and the strength will decrease. In this case, the peak strength would be followed by a reduction of shear strength, the shear stress. The stress-strain relationships level off when the material stops expanding or contracting, and when interparticle bonds are broken. Besides, a direct shear test is most suitable for consolidated grain tests, especially on granular soils or stiff clays.
Hello, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Taufik Hidayat bin Hassan. My matrix number is 01DKA20F2067. Today I would like to present about objective. The objective to determine the soil shear strength, parameter of friction angle, and cohesiveness of granular soil. Theory: shear soil strength can be determined by direct shear stress. In this experiment, soil sample will fail if extra plane shear stress is added to the predetermined normal stress. From the test, failure of soil depends on the failure of undergoing two types of stress, which is normal compact stress caused by vertical force and shear stress caused by horizontal force.
I'm going to be explaining about apparatus that we use in this test. So the first apparatus is direct shear machines, and the second one is valley plate, and third one is porous plate. Load plate, last but not least hammer. So these are the items that we use to do this kind of test.
Firstly, weight the weight of the sandy soil. A reading is recorded. And secondly, set up the shear box according to this step. And we need to put the retaining plate, solid grip plate, and the sample test specimen. Also, they compact the specimen. And they put it a solid grip plate and then put properly. Porous plate, they put the porous plate, and also loading plate. So fit two half of the shear box by means of fixing screws. Place the loading yoke, the loading pad, and carefully lift the hanger onto the top of the loading yoke. And set the proving ring to 0. And set the monitor and compressive stress. And let's start the experiment. Until the machine stops automatically. And record readings. Repeat all the steps by using different compressive stress. Okay, that's all. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. My name is Al-Baqi bin Abdul Rahim and my registration number is 01DKA20F2038. Now I will explain the data. We have a table, test no, and normal stress, and then shear stress. Test number 1 is 0.5 is normal stress, and then shear stress is 0.37. Test number 2 1.0 is normal stress, 0.55 shear stress, and then test number 3 0.5 is normal stress, 0.77 is shear stress. Shear stress equals shear force over area of specimen, area square, kilogram over centimeter square, and then next graph. This is graph shear stress against normal stress, and then the value of friction angle equal is 23 degree, and the value of the cohesion is 0.14 kilogram per centimeter square. That's all for me, and thank you.
Conclusion. The conclusion is that the symmetrical direct shear test is an effective method for the measurement of the plane strain and direct shear angles of friction for sand and the angle of the direction at the density and stress level tested. The visual plane strain shearing resistance corresponds closely with the minimum value with respect to strength. A simple modifications for standard laboratory direct shear apparatus and suggestions for the analysis of standard test data are recommended. Common errors can come from handling the sample incorrectly or too much during the preparation causing disturbance in the sample. Next, not allowing the soil to consolidate fully. And the last common errors is using a larger shearing strength. Last, doing any of the mentioned probable causes of error can affect the shear strength of the sample. Disturbing the sample can affect the structure of the sample which reduce its strength, and not allowing full consolidation and using a larger shear strength increase poor water pressure which reduce the shear strength of the sample. That's all from us. Thank you.